Welcome back to the next episode of MCU Wars. I'm Cody Miller with EEWeb, and I'm here today with two experts in real-time operating systems, Richard Berry and John Labrosse. We'd like to start by talking about a user's experience getting an RTOS going for the first time. John, what are some of the challenges a user may face in getting an RTOS up and running for the first time?
Well, a couple of things you have to consider. First of all, does he know anything about RTOSs? And if he doesn't, then certainly that's the first step that you have to overcome. Luckily, Micrium offers a series of books that we've written. We've written a series of books with Renesas on a SH7216, and this book I have here in my hands on the RX62N. So in this book, we actually explain everything about what a real-time kernel is, and in fact, in part 2, which contains about a third of the book, we talk about the RX62N specifically. So we give examples of using the real-time kernel on that RX62N. So first step is you have to understand what is an RTOS, or what is a real-time kernel, and then the next step is how do you actually use it in an application. The good news is, since we've already ported all our software to these different CPU architectures, the RL78, the RX62N, 63N, SHs, V850, H8s, and on all the Renesas processors, then it makes it a lot easier for customers to start using real-time kernels.
Richard, what do you have to add there in terms of what a user would need to get started for the first time?
I have to agree with Jean. There are two things. Firstly, if you want to get up and running, if we have done our job well, then that is very easy. Again, because we support all the Renesas processors, and the way that I like FreeRTOS to work is that every official port comes with an official demo application. You can get onto the website, you can just download that. You don't have to even give your email address, you just download it, and there should be, or there will be, for every official port, a demo which you can just compile straight away. If you're using the same hardware platform, it will just run straight away. There is nothing to do in that sense. You then have a working platform which is pre-configured correctly that you can take out the demo code and then add in your own code. But as Jean alluded to, getting the kernel up and running and using it appropriately and getting the maximum benefit from using it are two completely different things. And the second point is really an education issue. Like Jean, I have a tutorial book which takes people from the very beginning of I've never done multitasking before, what is a task, how do I create a task, how does it behave, all the way through to more advanced sort of interrupt management, interrupt management strategies and that sort of thing. We also have an RX62N edition of that book. It's one of 5 editions. And people that want to go further than that, or people who, large organizations that are investing time in learning FreeRTOS, we provide full training courses for as well. There's a 3-day training course, and you can select modules from that. You don't have to do the whole 3 days, so you can tailor it to your level of knowledge. But really, to get the benefit out of using a kernel, you really have to understand how to use it, and not just try and take your Superloop architecture and run it in a task, because what is the point? You're not getting all the benefits we've already spoken about by doing that. So.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the other aspect I'd like to add to that is it depends. If you as a developer are just looking for a kernel, or if you're looking for other services, that's an important thing. You want to get a kernel that also has the capability of supporting other services. If you're looking into networking connectivity, you may need a TCP/IP stack, you may need a USB stack. And again, at Micrium, we've written a couple of books, one on USB device and one on TCP/IP. And again, we follow the same principle. If I may have the prop here, we have this TCP/IP book that again explains, as the 2/3 of the book, the internals of TCP/IP, how it works from an embedded point of view. Second part actually talks about examples, providing examples, doing web servers, doing DHCP connecting, performance analysis. We explain all that. And then we also have a USB book that describes, again, the internals of our micro C USB protocol stack. But this time we use the RX63N. Same concept, 2/3 of the book explains about USB device, the other third of the book explains examples, provide examples. It makes it really easy for customers to actually get into using real-time kernels and, of course, additional services that goes along with that.
I think, sorry,
Yeah.
just to say, this is somewhere where Jean's offering and my offering differ quite a bit. Generally, a lot of the work I'm involved in is taking driver libraries, be they USB or smaller peripherals, serial peripherals and that sort of thing that are provided for free by other people, and making them multitasking aware, making them event driven, and basically re-engineering them to work very well in a multitasking environment. Then if people want to go upper level in complexity, or they want a commercial product, then because FreeRTOS has become so popular, a whole ecosystem is built around it. And I've picked certain partners who can provide these components as commercial supported components, right? They're not free, but my partners are all experts in their field. They're people who have worked with those particular products for years and years and years. So they themselves support FreeRTOS, so you can buy those products with FreeRTOS. You're not paying for FreeRTOS, but you buy the components.
But each one handles a separate aspect of a middleware component. So one partner is TCP/IP, another partner is USB, another partner is file system, or they're all under the same umbrella?
You can get them all under the same umbrella. There are different people doing it.
Okay,
But, you can buy integration services and have everything delivered for you. Here's either an off-the-shelf platform or a custom platform. And say you want the kernel, you want TCP/IP, you want whatever. There's even a choice of TCP/IP, and have it delivered to you as a package with a single point of contact, a single reference for support queries. So at that point, it becomes quite similar.
Yeah, the difference with us to a certain extent is all our software is written by our people. So we follow the exact same coding conventions. The quality of the code is absolutely impeccable, and you couldn't tell who wrote the code for the TCP/IP stack or the USB, because we all follow the same coding conventions. And of course, everything comes from the one source, so you know it's all fully integrated and thought of up front. So there's no, well, get this, TCP/IP stack from a third party integrated with another file system or USB stack. So everything is integrated, everything is plug and play together. So we go through great lengths to make sure everything is compatible.
Okay. Well, you've both talked about your products and the offerings. Let's take a few minutes and just let the users know where to get some additional information. Your website, other information like that. Richard, do you mind?
Sure. Well, the single point of reference is the FreeRTOS website, unsurprisingly, which is freertos.org. If you go to .com, it'll actually take you there anyway. On there, there's the API reference. You can purchase an API reference manual as well, although it's online. There's information on all the partners. There's information on there's a documentation page for every single demo that we provide. There's a documentation page for it, so you can get up and running quickly just by following the steps. It tells you how it's supposed to behave, so you know whether it's working correctly or not. Like I say, you can find information on partners. In particular, one of our major partners is Wittgenstein, who do a safety certified version. Has the same usage model as FreeRTOS, but has been completely re-engineered to be certifiable, and has been certified in lots of different applications. You can get information on that product. It's all there in one place. You can order the books from there as well. Everything's centrally located. Hopefully you can find your way around, because there's an awful lot of information there. So it's tricky.
Okay, great. John?
Yeah, you could go to the Micrium website, www.micrium.com. On the website, we have a whole bunch of information. We have the ports for all the processor architectures we support. So you go to micrium.com, I believe it's /Renesas, and then you will get all the example projects that we've provided. You could also go to the website and download the PDF of all the books that I've shown you. Those are all available for free download. We're not charging anything for books. Of course, you could purchase the hard copy versions. We need to print those, obviously, so those are at a charge. But if you want to get the content, you could go and download the PDFs of all the books already. So Micrium offers real-time kernels, so MicroCOS 2, MicroCOS 3. By the way, MicroCOS 2 has been used recently. You've probably seen the news. We're on the Mars rover, so we're in the surface analysis module. They now call it sample analysis module. So very interesting application. So we have a TCP/IP stack, a USB stack, a file system. We actually have two USB stack, a USB host and USB device. We have CAN bus, Modbus, and we have a whole bunch of modules, GUI as well. So we offer a complete offering. If somebody wants all these components, whether they're together or separately, we offer all of those à la carte, so you don't need to actually use all the components if your application doesn't need it. What else can I say?
It's all on the website.
It's all on the website.
It's the digital age.
Yeah,
It's all there.
sure.
That's
Okay,
right.
perfect. Well, thank you both for participating. It's been a great discussion.
Thank you.
Oh.